Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're diving into something pretty fascinating. It's this concept called the three interactive parts of ourself. And this comes from some really insightful notes by Ron W Rathbun, the founder of the Kelee and Kelee Meditation.
Right.
So our mission, really, is to unpack how these parts, the ego, intellect, and mind, how they actually work. And maybe more importantly, how they shape our experience, our enjoyment of life.
Absolutely. It's fundamental stuff.
It really is.
Yeah.
Okay, let's unpack this. It's kind of a surprising look at, how we tick internally.
It is, and I think understanding these components, how they interact, it can really shift how we see things, how we navigate our lives day to day. It's a powerful lens, truly.
So to start, the source material gives us this sort of foundational statement. It describes how these three core parts operate. It says, the ego operates in physical action-reaction.
Physical action, reaction.
And the intellect operates in mental interaction.
Mental interaction. Makes sense.
And finally, and the mind operates in the interplay of life.
The interplay of life. That one sounds bigger somehow.
It does, yeah. And what's interesting is how this ties into other distinctions in the material like physicality, learning, and play.
Exactly. So when we talk about physicality, the source links it more to developing physical algorithms.
Physical algorithms like...
Think about learning to ride a bike or play guitar. Your body learns these patterns, these efficient ways of acting and reacting without you consciously thinking about every single step. That's the ego's domain, that physical action-reaction.
Got it, okay. And learning.
Well, learning, as you'd guess, is more tied to the intellect. It's about acquiring knowledge, facts, understanding concepts, mental interaction.
Right. And play. That sounds different again.
It is. The source connects play more with understanding how to, enjoy life, how to engage with that interplay the mind deals with.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting for me.
Yeah.
Because they're not just separate boxes, are they?
Not at all. They're deeply interconnected. And a key distinction the notes draw out is between the mind and the intellect.
Right, I saw that. It says, the nature of the mind is associated with emotion, whereas the intellect is associated with knowledge.
That's such a crucial point. It clarifies what drives them, their main focus. So the intellect is really geared towards learning, towards figuring things out, gathering information.
Okay, the knowledge collector.
Exactly. Whereas the mind, its primary interest seems to be enjoyment, how we feel about our experiences, our emotional world.
Huh. So one's about knowing, the other's about feeling, essentially.
That's a good way to put it. What's fascinating here is how these two powerful parts of us are driven by such different core interests.
And speaking of enjoyment, the notes are really clear that it's not just one thing. It says there's a big difference between physical, mental, and emotional enjoyment. There can be physical, mental, and emotional enjoyment, so multiple types.
Yes, absolutely. And it breaks them down. Physical enjoyment, for example. The source explains it as having more to do with chemistry.
Chemistry, like bodily sensations.
Precisely. I think, the rush from exercise, the comfort of a warm blanket, the taste of good food, that raw, sensory, bodily pleasure.
Okay, that makes sense. Then mental enjoyment.
That's linked directly to accumulating knowledge. It's that satisfaction you get when you finally understand something complex, right? Or solving a tough problem, or just learning something new that clicks. That's the intellect finding its form of enjoyment.
And the third one, emotional enjoyment.
This one's described really simply. It just has to do with feeling good.
Just feeling good.
Yeah.
How's that different from the physical pleasure?
Well, it seems less about a specific sensation like warmth or taste and more about a deeper state like contentment, peace, general well-being. It's described as this foundational feeling good.
And this emotional part seems central because the notes say this enjoyment is intimately connected with the mind, which oversees all three functions.
Yes. That's key. The mind isn't just about its own emotional enjoyment. It's overseeing the whole show, physical, mental, and emotional. Like you said earlier, the conductor.
The conductor, yeah. Overseeing it all.
And fundamentally, the source emphasizes that consciousness is the bedrock. It says, because without consciousness, there is no physical activity, mental activity, or emotional activity.
Wow. So consciousness tied to the mind is what makes any experience possible.
Pretty much. It's the stage on which the ego, intellect, and mind perform. Without it, there's no play, no learning, no physical action, nothing.
So what does this all mean for you, the listener? How does this land in practical terms?
Well, the source suggests something quite profound about the point of it all. A quote, whether or not you can feel good about all three parts of yourself is the point of living. To feel good physically, to feel good mentally, and to feel good emotionally. That really brings it together, doesn't it? It suggests Living fully isn't just about chasing one kind of good feeling.
Right. It's not just physical health or just being smart or just being happy sometimes.
Exactly. It's about this holistic sense of well-being across all dimensions of your being. Feeling good in your body, feeling engaged and satisfied mentally, and feeling good emotionally, fundamentally. If we connect this to the bigger picture, this offers a compelling perspective on what it means to live a fulfilling life.
The truly integrated sense of self.
Yes. And the notes mention that understanding the Kelee, which Ron Rathbun developed, is a way to learn about these three parts.
Right. It says understanding the Kelee will teach you about all three parts of yourself. Well, summing up this deep dive, we've looked at the ego handling physical action-reaction, the intellect focused on mental interaction and knowledge, and the mind operating in that broader interplay of life, deeply connected to emotion and overseeing all three.
And critically, different types of enjoyment, physical, mental, emotional.
Yes, and the ultimate goal, maybe the point of living according to this source, is feeling good across all those aspects, physically, mentally, and emotionally. It's quite a thought.
It really is. And perhaps this raises an important question for you, listening right now, to ponder. How might a deeper awareness of your own ego, intellect, and mind, how they operate in you? How might that awareness actually shape your daily pursuits? How you seek out physical, mental, and emotional enjoyment?
That's a great question to sit with. How does knowing this change how you move through your day? Definitely something to reflect on your own experience with these three interactive parts of yourself. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.